Hi guys, it's Anais from RadioKing and welcome to this video. If you're here, I'm assuming it's because you want to start your own online radio station. Well, you've come to the right place because here at RadioKing, that's what we do best. So before we actually go any further, let's take a look at how an online radio station works. So to simplify it, there are three main elements. A source, that's you, a server, that's RadioKing, and an audience, so your listeners. When you prepare your content via our online radio manager on your computer, it then gets sent to our servers. Our servers will then execute the planning that you've programmed and take care of distributing it on the internet, making it available to your listeners on their preferred device. So that could be tuning in via a direct listening link, a radio player, a mobile app, a website, or even a smart speaker. Not all hosting providers will offer the same options and features. When starting an online radio station, it's important to keep certain things in mind. So obviously you want to provide the best audio quality for your audience to give them a great listening experience and keep them coming back for more. Most hosting providers offer standard audio encoding at 128 kbps. With RadioKing, you can go even further and offer HD and HD+ sound quality going from 192 all the way up to 320 kbps. You also want to keep in mind the listener capacity of your radio station. Most providers offer a certain number of listeners according to your price plan. At RadioKing, we do things slightly differently. With all of our radio offers, the number of simultaneous listeners is unlimited. We measure the listening capacity of your radio by monthly listening hours. So if you have 500,000 listening hours, that corresponds to the total number of hours that your radio station can be listened to every month. So if 3 different people were to listen to your radio station for 1 hour each, 3 hours would be deducted from your total 500,000 for that month. This refers to the number of MP3 files that you can upload. To give you an idea, 10 GB corresponds to around 2,500 tracks. We offer different storage capacities from 5 GB up to 20 GB, depending on the radio offer that you choose. However, you can always purchase additional storage space up to 1,000 GB without actually having to change your radio offer. Choosing your hosting provider is an incredibly important step when it comes to launching your online radio station. Just be aware that certain providers that offer very low pricing tend to be unreliable, as they need to cover their own infrastructure costs as well as making a profit. With providers such as RadioKing, we're constantly looking to improve our services with additional features such as advanced normalization or a bunch of customizable widgets and visibility tools, all whilst giving your audience the best possible audio experience. Now, let's look at what you actually need to launch your own radio station. So I mentioned it before, but you're going to need a hosting provider. At RadioKing, we provide you with an online stream that you can manage via an interface that we call the Radio Manager. Very original of us, I know. Let me show you what you can do with the Radio Manager. So, you can upload and manage your audio content thanks to an intelligent media library. You can manually edit the metadata and cover art, and even edit the mix points for a smooth transition between your tracks. You can create manual or automatic playlists, so either add songs manually to a playlist or create an automatic playlist that will update itself in real time thanks to criteria that you define. So for example, you could have an automatic playlist with all of your songs that are tagged rock or all of your songs that have a BPM higher than 120. You can create your own radio programs, so they basically combine multiple playlists. You can choose the number of tracks from each playlist that's played and even decide whether they'll broadcast in random or sequential order. You can even preview your program to give you an idea of what it will sound like. You can also easily schedule your content to broadcast automatically 24/7. And don't worry, if nothing is scheduled to play, then the Radio Manager will automatically broadcast random tracks from your music library to make sure that there's always something broadcasting on your radio station. You can add short audio interventions, such as your jingles, for example, and even get a preview of everything that's going to be broadcast during the day. You'll also have access to a detailed history report of everything that has broadcast on your radio station on a specific day. You can then export this history and even select the content that appears in it. You'll have access to detailed statistics, so you can see who's listening in real time and where they're listening from, as well as things like your unique listeners, sessions, session duration, location of your listenings, sources, so which devices your audience is listening from, and the tracks that people have liked from your radio station. You can go live on air via your preferred live broadcasting software thanks to your live connection information that you can find right here. Simply enter this information into the configuration of your broadcasting software and you're good to go. We've even made a bunch of tutorials to help guide you throughout the different softwares that exist. You can add team members to your radio station as well, and even manage their access rights. And of course, we provide you with everything you need to share your radio station with the world. So you'll have a smart link, which regroups all of your important links in one place, a direct listening link, a radio page that you can customize to your radio's colors, a radio player that you can customize and embed onto your website, an audio shout-out widget if you have a pro or business radio offer. So with this widget, your audience can leave you a vocal message of up to 30 seconds that you can then broadcast on your radio station. And other widgets such as track history, top tracks depending on the votes of your listeners, the current track that's playing, and the next track that will be broadcast on your radio as well. You've then got the settings of your radio station, so the name, your slogan, your logo, you can add your genres and a quick description, as well as your website. You can set up broadcasting constraints to make sure that the same title or artist doesn't repeat too often. Enable your different quality streams. Manage your cover art. Appear on directories. Add your social networks. Or even enable the geoprotection, for example. So if you want to block certain countries or only allow specific countries to listen to your radio station. You can even choose to receive a weekly report via email with the main statistics of your radio station. Oh, and I didn't even tell you the best part. You can launch a free 14-day trial with RadioKing with no commitment. You don't even have to enter your credit card details. Aside from your hosting provider, you're also going to need a laptop or computer and an internet connection. There are no specific requirements for the computer that you use. It will mainly come down to personal preferences, whether you're more of a Windows user or a Mac user. You may also want to invest in some audio equipment, especially if you're planning on broadcasting live on air. For a basic setup, you'll need a pair of headphones. They'll basically let you hear exactly what your audience hears, allowing you to catch issues like volume imbalance or distortion before they become a problem. Make sure you look for a pair of comfy headphones with sound isolation. For example, the Beyerdynamic DT770 Pro. Microphone. USB microphones are perfect for beginners or those who prioritize simplicity. These microphones connect directly to your computer via USB, which means they don't require any additional equipment to work. They're easy to set up and deliver impressive sound quality for the price. The Rode NT USB Mini is a great option. If you're aiming for a professional studio setup, you may want to invest in an XLR microphone. They provide superior audio quality and are extremely versatile, but they require additional equipment to work, such as a mixing desk or an audio interface. The Audio-Technica AT2020 is a great place to start. So if you choose to use an XLR microphone, like I said, you'll need to invest in either an audio interface or a mixing desk. If you're planning on broadcasting solo with just one microphone, then an audio interface will do the trick. For example, the Scarlett Focusrite Solo. If you want slightly more control over your audio or are planning to broadcast with more than one person, then you'll need to look into a mixing desk with several mic inputs. And that's it! You're now ready to start your very own online radio station. I hope that you found this video helpful. Don't forget that you can launch a free 14-day trial with RadioKing. There's absolutely no commitment. Head over to radioking.com or check out the link in the description below. Happy broadcasting!